Hey traders, it's me Jay Song. It is 10:45 p.m. Saturday night, and I thought I'd post this quick video because I need to I need to share with you the weakness on XRP, and I hope to do it before it's too late. Okay, so yesterday we had a sell signal on Bitcoin about this area right here, approximately this 64 cents, 64,932, which is about 64 cents. And if we saw this swing down here, okay, this swing down here, this gave us a good area to look, okay? If we saw this swing and then we saw this swing and went up like this, what we do is we mark the bottom of that point, which is about right here. And this is, you can see this big red line that I drew here, okay? And that line tells us what is actually a point when price should come back up and encounter resistance. And sure enough, we broke through this level, came down, sat on this support, but instead of going up as it first bounced on this this upper support up here, what it did was it actually hit this resistance, which was this swing. And then it also hit this resistance up here. So there's actually 2 points. I marked both of them off, and I'm going to zoom in really close so you can see how accurate price reacts to these lines. This happens quite a bit, guys, and I really want you to just pay attention to why you need to draw your lines accurately. Okay, we draw horizontal lines on the core points, and we draw them pretty accurately here again. And you see price came up, went all the way to here to this level, and then came right back down for the end of that candle. Then the next candle was a down bar. The next candle was an up. It came up all the way through and came down. Next candle again came up, hit this top, came right back down, all at this swing level. So that tells us that this swing area here is very powerful. Okay, to find out what's actually happening and where XRP is gonna go, we're not just taking this swing down here. We're actually looking at the data of this rally, okay? Because we were way up here, we had came down here, and per our signals, we know price would go up here. But was it going to the moon? Was it going back to $1? What was it doing? Well, what we do is we had signals here, but what happens after that, we have to watch. And we did. And we watched. Price went up, came down. Price went up, came down. We were able to draw these trend lines, and then here. And so we draw that trend line, and now what had happened? We're really looking into these lines. Let me delete these. We absolutely see that price broke through and came back up, just like on Bitcoin. And this is why I said we watch Bitcoin, because what happens on Bitcoin is happening on XRP until it decouples, which I believe will be in the very near future after the final crash. So I have been telling people I expect Bitcoin to go to around $5,000. According to our projections. But with XRP, I actually expect price to go to 25 to 35 cents and then it to come right back up to the moon. On our big picture, you can see I even drew this area here at 25, and also the top band I put at 35. That's where I have my second buy order. I might move it up to 40 cents depending on how I watch it, but right now it is at 35. So when price comes down, I will be accumulating more XRP. Again, this is not for financial advice. This is just comedic purposes. This is, you can take it as, like I said, like I hear other people say, they eat crayons. Well, guess what? I also eat crayons, and I recommend the cherry flavored red kind. So I do have to say that this is definitely not financial advice. This is just me talking. Okay. But I have my buy order down here. So are we going down? What are some of the ways we know it's going down? We're going to go over the daily chart. But if I just were to take a general projection, okay, up from this last swing high, okay, just here to here, and then what I do is I take that line and I move this over to the swing high, and it's up here, and I put it at the peak here in this area. It gives us a projection of into this range. So we maybe get to around 32 cents. We may come down here, but this is just an easy way to count the swings. You use the first swing, okay, that you have, and you could probably use this upper swing here too. That's a bigger one. But we went up down here, came back up, and then came back down. I'm just using this swing here to be conservative. So I know this sounds crazy, but XRP hitting 32 cents is conservative for me, and that's because I see heavy weaknesses. Now there may be some support here at 58 cents, and there may also be support here at 54 cents. But if there's a financial catalyst such as things like Bitcoin ban or a big crash, then it's easy to pull price that's already falling down even further to its actual targets. So that's what I believe is actually going to happen. You can call me crazy or whatever, but I'm pretty accurate with my calls, as you guys can see. Okay, I have a gray, which is a canceled signal, but in our chart room, I often put these trades, and I'll put the arrows where I think price is going and where I have sell orders. So if you see me put a red arrow, that means I have a sell order. Sell from this area. We had a buy. Here we had sells, and this kind of stuff happens quite a bit. When you see price in it's trading on the underside of these lines, you gotta really watch and pay attention to what price is doing, and it's the best indicator of itself. Let's get right into the daily, and then we'll end this video. Okay. This is another reason I don't like to show all these charts here, but I like to show a very clean chart, but there's not really much time in the day left. So this is a daily chart. What this means, again, if you're new to trading, that each one of these candles represents 1 day's worth of trading. What I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to show you the volume spread analysis on these on price right now, okay? And we're going to look at this and see what is happening in context with the trend lines. So we had this white line. We knew this white line as a resistance point, okay, because of what was going on the 4-hour chart, okay? The 4-hour chart showed us this was a core swing point, okay? Look at this. So I saw this was a core point, so I drew a resistance line. Now you can mark it in red or you can mark it in white just for your eyes. For this purpose, I'll just mark it in red. Okay, so we know that is a resistance point. Okay, this other dotted line right there represents the line on, oops. Oh, that doesn't look like, this might be a fib match of some kind that I had previously done. I just can't remember at the moment. But at any rate, we're going to use this red line as a baseline, okay, for what we're explaining. I'm going to explain in brief what is happening in relationship to volume, which is all of this information down here. Okay, all of this, that's volume. Okay, that just tells us the activity. And this gives us the biggest indicator of what is happening with price at certain points. Okay, so let's watch carefully. The first candle coming from this range, that was a increase in volume. This big candle went really high, and it was a green candle. And we had this green on, this candle was on up volume, okay? So the volume for this candle, let me draw with a color. I'll draw with a highlighter, okay? This candle was a high volume candle, okay? After that, the next candle that passed should have been another up bar. Okay, it should have been another up bar. Yet the candle was just, this candle right here. Some people will call that the hanging man. Okay, price candle should have been higher. If we had this big increase in volume, and if this green candle was all buying, then why was the next candle flat on low volume? If this was really buying, this candle had to have been a green bar, and yet it was actually a red hanging man bar on low volume. And then what had happened is we had a big red bar that had also high volume, higher than the last volume. That was the confirmation that this high volume was actually selling. Okay, and if you study volume spread analysis, you know from your classes or you know from your studies doing VSA that selling has to happen on green up bars. Otherwise, you're actually selling into your own positions, and you'll be hurting yourself by raising prices up against your own selling. Okay, or your buying, it will go against you. And so when you see a green up bar and big institutions are dumping money, they're not dumping it as the prices are as the prices are falling. They try to dump it into these rallies. They're leaving and hiding what they're actually doing. Some people call this manipulation, but it's actually clearly seen. If you know what to look for, it's actually in the charts. Okay, it's there, and they teach you how to read manipulation in VSA. Again, I always recommend Trade Guider. I'm not a sponsor for Trade Guider, but I've read a lot of their books. I've been a part of I've used some of their software in the past where they teach you how to read volume spread analysis. You can, get some free information from them just for signing up. Attend some of their free seminars, and they kind of explain some of the concepts. But there are advanced concepts, and there are very simple concepts, and this is kind of a simple concept. So in this area, those three candles together tell me that this is weak. We had higher prices on the first bar, okay, we had a big green up bar with hidden selling. So hidden selling was at this area that tells me this is a sign of weakness. So what happens is we go down for a little bit, but we go down on lower volume. So that means price is going to retest it. And that's exactly what happened. On this bar right here, we start going up again. Okay? And then the next bar, we go up into this area. We're hitting the same areas here. So we should be having about the same volume level. Okay? And what did we have? Okay? If we actually look at the volume on this candle, look how high it is. It's low. It's actually one of the lowest volumes we had. So price went up, came down, and came up to that same area, and look at the volume. Compared to the first day, look at this. Very high volume, and then we're back in the same area on almost nothing. No demand. That tells us there's no demand for higher prices. How can price go higher from this area if there's weakness in the background and no demand here? And what is our final confirmation? Our next bar is a red down bar that completely eats up this green bar. Okay, look how bigger it is, and it's on bigger volume. It eats that. These two candles together are a heavy sign of weakness. That's selling. This is a sell signal. If I was trading this on a daily chart, we'd make down sells right here. Now, I didn't catch it before. Okay. I wish I would have caught this sooner, but I'm telling you, these two candles are the synopsis of this big up wave. So people who are maybe trading like 15-minute charts, they're going to see something like this. You're going to see all this trading action and be like, wow, we've been trading and this is all you see. You're seeing all this crazy stuff. Okay, step back. Look at the daily chart. What is it telling you? Okay, what is it telling us? It's telling us that all of this is over. Okay, this up move, done. You can draw those trend lines. We saw weakness in the background. There was no demand for higher prices at a resistance level. We came back up to test that same resistance level, and that's when we use this volume spread analysis and any other indicators you may use in your own personal techniques. They work perfectly when you start drawing the price maps. Okay, we knew this from the 4-hour. This 4-hour line here, okay, from the 4-hour chart was a heavy resistance level, and we're having major weaknesses. So of course we break through this level. Okay, of course we do. That has to happen. Okay, and now we're on the bottom of this level. And what is happening next? Well, again, what we showed you before, guys, for XRP, we are now underneath this swing, and underneath this swing we have 2 resistance points, and we're failing. What could happen is we could either come back up and test this one more time, since we're coming up to like a swing, and if we swing up, it's going to look like that. And if it swings wide and perfectly hits that line of 64 again, I don't think it's going to hit it again. It already touched it once. I think the next point is going to be here if it hits anything. So let's extend that line out just a little bit further. I believe tomorrow, I won't be trading tomorrow, but I think that price will come up here and again come back down here. And for those of you in our chart room, I invite everyone on to join Telegram. You can see my chart room there. You'll see daily charts, and you'll see them pinned many times, or you'll just see me posting the pictures of these charts and updates on what's going on in the morning and in the afternoon. And if you are not a trader and you just want to know what's happening with XRP and what's happening with Bitcoin, also you're more than welcome to join, even if you're just buying and holding, so that you'll understand what is happening. Again, I'm expecting the crash to bring XRP down. XRP is not, according to the charts, not ready to fly just yet. And I also follow the intel as well regarding the XRP community. So I really believe that there will be the activation of XRP overnight. I believe, I always again say this, I believe millionaires and billionaires will be made overnight. For people who hold XRP because of what it's doing and a lot of other reasons. And there's a lot of people speaking about it. And we post videos there of the XRP community. My job, again, as a technical analyst, is to share with you what is happening with price action. That is not a job you work for. That's something you study. That's something you learn. That's something you do. So my ability, my skill as a technical analyst, I should say, is how I use price maps to trade. And I really want you also to be successful. And if you don't know anything about trading, just follow our arrows. You can go to the root group and see, hey, there was an up arrow. We think price should go up. Hey, there's a down arrow. We think price should go down. Those arrows are actually when I'm trading in and out of markets. Okay. When you see me making those arrows, usually I'm actually in those positions because these are my arrows. If you see an arrow, it's because I drew it. And I drew this last arrow because I believe we are in this leg and we are coming down. We may get some support at this area. We may get some support at 56 cents. But if the final crash happens, I believe we are really going to go down to 25 cents. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are learning things and just following along with me as I'm watching price action. You guys can see through my eyes what and where I believe price is going and why I believe price is doing what it's doing. This is my own method where I draw, and then I use the sword cut method. All in total with the fib matches and everything. I call it the sword method, and I share a little bit here in these videos. And you guys have a great night. Make it a good Sunday, everyone. Spend some time with the Lord. May the Lord bless you and protect you, and may He open your mind to discernment when it comes to financial things, and just pray about the kind of financial moves you make and the kind of investments you make, that God will lead you to the right types of cryptocurrencies and the right types of investments when it comes to currencies of all kinds, even paper currencies and money, and just be ready for everything that's to come. I really care, and I appreciate everyone who comments in the chat room, contributes, and I really also am excited about all the people in position holding XRP. I'm really excited every time I see people, just seeing what is happening with XRP and why it's so different than anything we've ever seen before in history, and how all the financial world is actually being built on top of XRP. And there's a lot of people who don't know anything or have any clue what's actually happening in the world of money. And I'm just so happy every time I see people who are waking up to the truth, what's going on. And there's a lot of deeper things behind all of that as well. And I believe that it really is just a blessing to just be on the right side of history. But the biggest moves are coming. Even if you don't trade, you'll see price fall. Don't be scared. It has to fall first. But the one that rises, the phoenix is the one that rises from the ashes. And that is the codes that they speak about for XRP. Because it will rise, but there has to be ashes first. So there is going to be a crash. Don't worry. Don't panic. I see it on the charts. I see it having to happen. Okay, guys? Just be ready when it happens. And there might be a great buying opportunity if you haven't already bought, or if you're buying and selling like a trader like me. You'll be exiting and then buying back at lower positions. But having buy orders in just in case you cannot access an exchange for whatever reasons. And then and if you are holding, please don't have your money on something like Robinhood. Don't have your XRP on an exchange. If you're just buying and holding, you need to put it like in something like Exodus wallet or a Ledger Nano, or Trezor, or some kind of cold wallet exchange. There's lots of videos online about those. Go ahead and watch them. Everyone, have a great day, and God bless.